all these prophecies come to pass, and the kingdom of heaven is officially established, man. You know, because you know, all these other nations, they used to laugh at us and everything, man. We would be basically used as a show for them, you know, as entertainment. This is I'm gonna go into Lamentations real quick. Yeah, this is Lamentations 2:15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their tails. It's like, yeah, and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? It says, all that pass by clap their hand at thee, man. Yeah, that's right, because they see us as nothing but entertainment, man. They see us, especially when we're on the highways and hedges. They just look and they see us as a laughing stock, man. And you know, in general, if you look at Jake, man, all they want to use Jake for is entertainment. You know, sports. You know, nothing but on a but nothing but an individual on a Comedy Central type of show, man. They want to use Jake as nothing but comedy. You know, or if not, they put him in the ring, in the boxing ring, and force him and have him fight, you know, or if not that, you know, of course, rapping, man. So they only see us as entertainment. They don't see us as the righteous people we're supposed to be, man, because you know we're naturally kings upon this earth. We're supposed to rule over them. It says, they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Yeah, and there's a question mark at that. So they question our righteousness with sarcasm, man. They question our righteousness with sarcasm. Like, is this really supposed to be the people that's supposed to rule the earth? Is this really supposed to be them? You know? And soon enough, they're gonna learn, man. Soon enough, once these prophecies come to pass and the kingdom is established, they're gonna learn. All right, you know, their offspring is gonna learn, and those who get you know, utterly wiped out by these ICBM nukes, and you know, through martial law and you know, through the chariots of the Most High, they're gonna learn. Trust me. All right, especially when the kingdom is established. Especially when the kingdom is established, man. This is Jeremiah 2 and Salakia. Jeremiah 30, 30 and 16. Therefore all that devour thee, therefore all that devour thee shall be devoured. All right, all those who continue to try and devour and basically oppress the nation of Israel, but not only oppress us, that try to wipe us out, man. It says therefore all that devour thee, all right, which is pertaining to all these heathenistic nations, how they continue to oppress us and try and kill us off. It says shall be devoured, all right. So when these ICBMs hit and so on and so forth, they're going to be devoured. They're going to be wiped out, you know, through martial law and so on and so forth. And then the kingdom is going to be established, and they're really going to learn what the meaning of devoured is. It says, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. All right, all these other heathenistic nations, all of our oppressors, they're going to go into captivity, man. They're going to learn what it is to actually be at the bottom for once, man. It says, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey, man. It says, all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. And that's pertaining, man. All those that continue to try and kill us off, they're basically gonna be killed off through us, man. It says, and all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. So therefore, tides are gonna turn, man. we're going to be hunting them down just as much as they hunted us, but double. All right? Hush. This is Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession, man. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, man. So that inheritance, as long as we endure into this truth and continue to pray all the way until they continue to pray, ask for salvation and repent, and basically hearken into this truth, do the work all the way until these prophecies come to pass. Next thing you know, Lord willing, you might be part of the elect, and you'll have these other heathenistic nations for your inheritance. And it says the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. That's right, because if we endure in this truth, man, we're gonna have the whole planet for our possession, man. We're gonna basically own and rule over the planet once again, man. By nature, it's gonna happen, through the Most High. Regardless, it's gonna happen. But you could possibly want to be one of those individuals. All right. This is Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel. All right, letting you know that he is only here for Israel as well. It says, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, man. He redeems his people, and those that want to hearken into this truth, man. And those that don't, which is considered a 2/3, they're going to get utterly wiped out along with the heathenistic nations, man, along with Esau and the oppressor. It says, verse 68, and hath raised up an horn of salvation, it says, for us in the house of his servant David, verse 70, as he spake upon the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, man. All right, because we've always been here. The prophets have always been here, man. Through reincarnation and so on and so forth, letting these individuals know what's to come and what's the outcome if you don't hearken into this truth, man. It says, verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, man. As long as we continue to endure in this truth, we're gonna be saved from our enemies, man. We're gonna be saved from our oppressors and those that hate us, man. Which is these other heathenistic nations. And then our main oppressor is what? Who? Esau, the so-called white man. All right. Let me go into Obadiah real quick. This is Obadiah 1:15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. All right, upon all these heathen, man. He's gonna strike them through, man. These ICBMs, they're gonna utterly get wiped out through martial law. All right, they're gonna utterly get wiped out through war in the inhabitants of Babylon and all these other countries and whatnot. It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. That's right, man. Because whatever they've done to us, we're going to do right back to them, but double, man. All right, what goes around comes around. It says, thy reward shall return upon thy own hand, man. So everything that they've done to us, we're going to do right back to them. All right, we're going to strike them through with the same. We're going to give them a taste of their own medicine, man. All right, they're bullies, man. They're bullies and oppressors. All right, and it's only righteous for them to cast judgment for what they've done. All right, verse 16. For as ye drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. That's right, because when the kingdom is established, it's going to be a non-stop hardcore labor for them, man. It's going to be a non-stop continuous pain, hardcore labor and work for them, man. It says, yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Pertaining to the nation of Edom, man. The nation of Edom, of Edom is basically gonna go through this continuous hardcore labor and continuous slavery until he is utterly wiped off the planet of the earth. He's gonna be extinct after 1,000 years of slavery. It says, verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. That's right, man. Because we're going to take what they had and build over that, man. We're going to possess their possessions, man. Everything they once had, we're going to take all of it. We're going to take their women. We're going to take all their gold, so on and so forth. And then we're going to go on and build more off of that, man. We're basically going to, once we take everything that they had, we're gonna be able to find more through the Most High, man. We're gonna have what they had and more. It says, verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. All right, so we're gonna be a fire and flame, and basically Esau's gonna be that kindle, man. We're gonna burn over him, man. We're gonna utterly wipe him out throughout slavery because they're never gonna learn, man. And on top of that, they've overly oppressed us, man. They abuse their power completely. All right? It says, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remnant of the house of Esau, man. So there's not going to be any remnant of the house of Esau, man. Like it says in verse 16, it says, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been, man. It's going to be like you guys never existed in the first place, man. All right? This is Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Alright, he said he's going to have mercy on Jacob, and will choose Israel, man. Therefore, and that mercy he's going to have on Jacob and Israel is going to be the 1/3, and out of the 1/3 is going to be the elect. Okay, so that 1/3 that's willing to hearken into this truth, man, and hearken into this understanding, man, and try and follow the laws and statutes to the best of their ability, the Most High is going to have mercy on them, and basically most likely save them within these end times, man, within these as these prophecies come to pass, man. Save them from this martial law, or protect them spiritually, protect them in this martial law, and so on and so forth. And when these nukes finally hit Babylon, these chariots are basically going to uprise the nation of Israel. It says, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. That's right, because we're going to gather all these heathenistic nations, man. All these different nations. It says strangers, so anybody that's not of the nation in Israel. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. All right, so for servants and handmaids, man, it says they're going to possess them in the land of the Lord. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have them for servants and handmaids, slaves, man, for workers without pay. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. We're going to rule over these heathenistic nations, mainly pertaining Edom, man. We're going to rule over our oppressors and those that continue to oppress us and look down upon us, man. We just got to endure, man. We got to continue to endure. This is James. This is James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that hath showed no mercy, man. So he's going to have judgment without mercy, all right? These other heathenistic nations, mainly pertaining Edom, they have judgment for without mercy because they didn't show us any mercy, man. They continue to oppress us. They torture us